We move on to U.S. and Iran. U.S. delegation appears to have left the talks with Iran 90 minutes after they began. A motorcade believed to be carrying American officials has left the site of talks between Iran and the United States in Muscat, Oman. The cars left a palace on the outskirts of the Sultanate's capital after about an hour and a half. Although no immediate comment from U.S. officials has been made so far, meanwhile, the Kremlin has urged restraint on all sides regarding the ongoing crisis with Iran. The Kremlin has also expressed hope for de-escalation through talks in Oman. Now for this, we welcome Mr. Omid Vahidi. He's an Iranian-Australian community leader and co-founder of MehrEran Foundation, joins us live from Sydney. Thank you very much, Mr. Mr. Vahidi, for joining us. Now, looking at this, do you think 90 minutes was enough to lead to any conclusion or any breakthrough? What can we expect from these talks that have taken place?
I think, first of all, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
And I think, no, 90 minutes is not enough to come to any conclusion for such a big deal.
Yes.
And I think it was very telling. So if in fact, so we don't know for a fact because no one has gone, as you mentioned, no one has told anything officially from U.S. government or from the other side that the meeting is over. But if it is over, it's very telling, and it's not a surprise. I think everyone knew that there is no way that a good deal can happen, that's a win-win, because I think President Trump has made it very clear from the beginning that he has few demands. So it's not just about the nuclear program, that was a given. Iran should stop nuclear program, and he also added few more items which are problematic for the Iranian regime. And that's stop supporting terrorist organizations like Hamas, Hezbollah, and other terrorist organizations as well. That's part of the deal, and it's a deal breaker for Iranians. Also limiting the ballistic missiles range and number, which is, again, a big defense system for Iranians, and it's a threat that they can, deter dangers and, foreigners. So it's a deal breaker as well. And also, President Trump, I think the US side, I think they added protecting human rights in Iran, which Iranians managed to forget during the past few weeks. So during the 8th and 9th of January, after they cut down the internet, they killed more than 40,000 people. So the human rights is in a real danger. And I think the US government wanted to add that as part of the deal, which everyone assumed that it cannot happen. So a good deal wouldn't be possible. And as you said, if they have left, if that's a fact, and they have left after 90 minutes, that means that they couldn't agree on anything.
And, if they could not agree on anything, then what is to follow? Do you think there would be any other talks that could follow? And how do you analyze the current capacity and confidence of Iran in terms of counterattacks as U.S. Armada is ready in the Gulf region?
The U.S. Army is ready, willing, and already packed and locked on Iranian targets. So they know what they want to do, and they're ready. They're in the region, and it's already heated. And if this meeting fails, and if this convoy has returned back to U.S., it means that the diplomacy has failed. And every talk. So during the past few years, during the past decades, we have seen that no diplomacy can work with Iranian regime. The Iranian regime goes to the diplomacy, they start talking nice, but they don't keep the deal. It happened a few years ago with the nuclear deal during the President Obama in the United States. So they had the deal to enrich the uranium in their nuclear program up to a certain percentage, but they didn't keep the deal. So they just managed to come out of it and break the deal. So and for many years they are, this is the slogan that they teach everyone, and they're not shy to even broadcast it everywhere. Death to America, death to Israel, death to this country, that country. So this means that this regime is not believing and it's not looking by diplomacy. So failing diplomacy at this stage, I think that's a given. We can say that it has failed. And the next step could be a military action. That's what Iranian people wanting. It's very strange for any foreigner that doesn't understand the dynamics between the Iranian people. But Iranian people inside Iran, they are actually requesting President Trump to take military action. They have named the streets after President Trump. So they have like removed the plate names of the streets, and they named the street after President Trump. They are painting the walls with messages to President Trump to take action right now. We are waiting because they have lost everything. They don't have freedom. They don't have human rights. The economy is very bad, and they are the last thing that they had was their life, and that's also is being taken away from them. So during the 8th and 9th and 9th of January, just a few weeks ago, more than 40,000 people have been killed by machine guns, by war machines, by tanks in the street, by big youths that have machine guns on the back of them. And so that's I think the last resort for Iranians. They are happy as it happened during the 12-day war with Israel. They were happy. People in Iran were happy. They were staying at their home, and they were just counting on the accuracy of the missiles of the Israeli military, and they're counting on the same thing. So they don't want their country, their cities, their homes to be bombed. They want the IRGC, Islamic Republic Guard Corps, to be taken away. That's a terrorist organization, as U.S. has designated that. Australian government has designated IRGC as a terrorist organization, and a few days ago, European nations has recognized IRGC as a terrorist organization. So they want people of Iran, they want military action against the basis of IRGC.
With that, I'd like to thank Mr. Vahidi for joining us today and sharing that